In today's video, we're following the extraordinary story of a skilled builder who completely on his own constructed a sprawling timber home deep in the woods. For almost 12 months, he managed the entire project. Cutting down trees, hauling logs and shaping every single joint by hand, row by row, the massive timbers rose to create solid retreat hidden among The builder begins by positioning square timber forms at precise spots on the forest floor. Rebar grid structures are set inside these frames prior to casting the concrete, providing internal reinforcement. This step guarantees that each supporting pier is incredibly strong and ready to carry heavy weight. With the concrete footings fully cured, work shifts to setting the main timber sill before cutting clean, snug joints. Once these connections are carved, the lumber is lowered onto the concrete piers and bolted down tight, establishing a solid platform for the upcoming structure. The builder selects organic stone pieces and blends a fresh batch of mortar to face each concrete column. Filling the gaps between the stones shields the masonry from water damage while lending the cabin a classic, natural look. After clearing and flattening the soil, he builds timber framing to contain the wet mix. Concrete is blended and shoveled into the frame, forming a durable foundation for the kitchen stove. He lays individual bricks in rows to construct the hearth chamber, carefully aligning each brick and frequently verifying the vertical lines with a level to keep the brickwork perfectly straight. Once the core is built, he finishes the accessible, attractive and practical outdoor cooking area. With a straight edge, the builder takes measurements and precisely marks out where to cut the lumber. Hand tools like sharp wood chisels are used to carve out the interlocking joints directly into the timber beams, guaranteeing a snug, high-precision fit. The craftsman lays down the timber beams onto the subfloor, simultaneously tacking down insulating strips within the seams with a staple gun. This detail improves draft protection and thermal performance across the cabin. He bores deep holes through the stacked lumber, driving in oak dowels to lock the rows together, while layering insulation in between. By repeating these steps, the walls grow taller, more rigid, and completely sealed. Using a manual chain hoist, he raises the heavy beams to the working level, then marks the layout lines and carves out matching joints. Once prepared, the timbers are fitted and layered securely in place, forming a solid log structure. The builder proceeds to mount wood siding onto the framing, framing out the window openings and packing insulation into all gaps. Every board is set and leveled manually, which results in a robust, draft-free barrier. Its designated spot and anchors it with heavy bolts. To finish, he verifies the vertical plumb with a level, confirming that the main support is perfectly straight and steady. He marks and cuts precise matching pockets on the roof beams to ensure solid interlocking joints. The heavy purlins are then hoisted onto the walls, completing the structural framework. that will carry the roof load. After layouts are drawn and measured, joints are carefully hollowed out. The rafters and trusses are then assembled, with each section securely anchored high up, forming a symmetric, heavy-duty, pitched roof structure. A weather-resistant underlayment is rolled over the rafters and stapled down tightly to shield the framing from rain. Horizontal wooden purlins are then fastened over the barrier, building a solid base to receive the final outer roofing. He manually pulls the heavy plywood panels up onto the roof, lines them up, and secures them to the rafters with a nail gun. This turns the structure into a flat, rigid deck prepared for shingles. Metal drip edges are aligned along the eaves, straightened carefully, and nailed down firmly. These overlapping pieces prevent water from rotting the fascia boards, while giving the roof line a clean look. He takes measurements and trims the rubberized underlayment sheet to fit, laying it smooth across the decking, with the barrier tacked down to anchor the sheets and establish a level grid for laying the final exterior layer. Metal flashing is secured around the roof perimeter with galvanized roofing nails to protect the underlying moisture barrier. Then he caps the ridge with matching metal flashing, which upgrades the weathertight seal and finishes the roofline beautifully. The builder trims the asphalt roofing panels, runs a bead of adhesive. Subsequent rows are layered upward, covering the roof entirely for complete protection against the elements. To make working on the slope safer, he sets up temporary wooden cleat steps for steady footing. He then lays down and fastens the asphalt shingles row by row, working his way up to the peak. Adding custom ridge shingles seals the top, completing a clean, weathertight, and uniform roof. With the deck flooring finished, the builder maps out, cuts, and notches mounting points for the columns. The heavy supporting posts are stood upright, plumbed, and nailed securely into the deck, building a strong framework to carry the veranda roof. Once the columns are up, he installs the handrails and horizontal safety rails, cut precisely to size. To finish individual vertical spindles are evenly spaced that matches the style of the cabin. Installing matching wood trim, which seals draft, guarantees smooth movement, and gives the frames a clean look. coating the window frames and wood trim prior to mounting them protects the wood against rot and bugs, while providing a clean, consistent color. He wraps insulating material around the window frame opening, sets the window unit in, squares it up and anchors it with screws. A final check is done to make sure it swings easily, remains draft-free, and coordinates with the cabin's style. He frames up and panels the triangular attic wall, incorporating an opening for ventilation. He installs the sash, leveling and testing the movement so that it opens without binding. This invites sunlight into the loft and finishes the exterior lock. With the facade wall finished, he works on cladding the veranda ceiling with custom-cut wood panels. Each tongue and groove board is nailed to the rafters, creating clean, tight connections. This leaves the porch with a neat soffit, which elevates the entire entryway. He starts building the loft deck by nailing thick floorboards over the ceiling joists, creating a solid floor, and carving out extra living space above. Packing rockle bats between the joists. And sun damage, and preserves the timber for years to come. He crafts the entry door by building a core frame, stuffing it with insulation, and facing both sides with pine boards, set in a classic herringbone layout, following a protective stain coat. The slab is hung on its hinges. He builds the partition wall frame right on the cabin floor, nailing the studs and diagonal bracing together. The assembled frame is tilted upright and secured to the deck and joisted with structural screws, creating solid room divisions inside. Once framed, he fastens tongue and groove boards onto the studs, leveling each piece to form a clean, tight surface. He completes only one side, leaving the back of the wall open for running wiring, pipes and insulation before closing it up. Rockwool insulation is stuffed between joists to improve temperature control, dampen sound, and resist fire. He then staples up a reflective vapor barrier, taping the seams completely to block moisture and retain indoor heat. To finish, he nails ceiling boards underneath, leaving the room with a clean, warm, and cozy wood ceiling. The builder frames up custom cabinets, using pine boards, backing them with paneling for a solid, rigid assembly. After insulating and finishing the ceiling area above with backing boards, he adds extra shelving, strengthens the face frame, and trims the face, leaving it ready for doors. Metal tracking is measured, trimmed, and mounted over the entry door frame. He then fastens the roller hardware onto the wood door. The door is lifted onto the track, finely tuned and tested several times to confirm it rolls silently and smoothly. preparing the wood stove area. He lays a fireproof metal hearth plate on top of the floorboards. The heavy stove is brought inside and set in place. He aligns the flue piping, verifies the safety clearance from timber walls, and preps the firebox for its first burn. He maps out and cuts an access hatchway into the loft floor. Next, he packs rockwool insulation tightly around the perimeter to control sound transmission and prevent warm air from escaping upstairs. With the wood stove leveled and positioned exactly, he mounts a water heating tank on the stove top. The chimney pipe is routed straight up through the ceiling and roof deck, wrapped in fire-safe insulation sleeves and capped with weatherproof flashing. He lights a small test fire to make sure it drafts properly, finishing a safe and highly efficient heating setup. Structural wood cleats are fastened to the opposite sauna walls, providing a strong ledger system. The bench framing is set and anchored down before he screws the top cedar slats in place, creating a clean, spacious seating bench inside the steam room. He finishes the sauna interior by mounting soft lighting fixtures with matching slatted wood covers, producing a relaxing, soft glow. He places pink salt blocks on custom shelves, creates a soothing environment, and monitors the air temperature on the dial, ready for the first hot session. Following endless days of labor, this off-grid timber cabin stands complete, from raw forest logs One man has built a beautiful, comfortable home in tune with the surrounding woods, using just his determination and skills. We appreciate you watching. If you enjoy these types of building projects, please hit that like button. Share your thoughts below, and we will see you next time.